Yeah, whatever, might be kind of funny. Okay. Okay, got that set up. Contacting affiliated parties. If you want to be a part of the affiliated party army, go join my or follow me on Blue Sky. I've got notifications on when I'm actually going to be streaming, or at least like I'll send things like an update out when I'm doing something. At least that's the idea. At least as like an alternative to YouTube. The other affiliated party is like on a private Discord server that I will not link towards because I don't want to get back into Discord ever again. Or at least like have a community thing based on that. Why? Oh, because exposing myself to a bazillion people all the time, at all times, and that they can constantly communicate with me. There's a lot of good from it, also a lot of bad. I had the bad experience, and I didn't like that bad experience. And I'm now very much shut in. But then again, I have been trying to stream so that I can kind of keep up with talking with people, because there's still a lot of good people out there despite the bad people. I just take what knowledge I have gained from my experience with the bad and hope to have a better experience with the good. At least that's the idea. Random Ultra Kill fan is here and says stay hydrated. Oh, Ultra Kill fan. Guess what? Behold, I can actually drink water now. I can actually drink water at long last. It's been several years, but now I can actually drink water at long last. How many years have I been streaming and I never had an actual like drinking thing yet? Well, here it is. I can actually drink now. Slurp. There we go. ERAM's here and says hello. Hello. Hello, ERAM. Welcome in. We'll be starting some point soon. Somewhat soon. Oh man, I honestly feel like I have I've been trying to think about like what other kind of poses I could probably do. I frankly feel like I really don't know what kind of things. You're asking if I may inquire, do I have a spare elytra on the Minecraft server? I think there might be one somewhere in my base, I think. Not 100% certain. I think there might be one. Schnitz is here, says hi dude. Hello Schnitz. We'll be starting soon-ish. No friend that would pay a furry artist to draw them a human character. That kind of reminds me of the Joker. Hello, fat fetish artist. Can you please make me making me an art of someone exercising and improving their health? That has the same vibe. You were asking if I can take that elytra thing if there is one. If there is one, yeah, I'm not really using it. Check. I think it's in like the top right chest in the very back row, I think. Unless I put it somewhere else and I forgot where I put it. I need to like check out the server at some point. I haven't been on it a long time. Let's see. Shinsa is also voice act characters in 2 different object shows. What do you mean by object shows? What do you mean by object shows? Because that could be like anything. Yeah. I'm trying to get into voice acting stuff, but I haven't found anybody yet. Or like I have, it just hasn't gone much, or it hasn't gone anywhere. Anywhere? Anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere. Dean, I don't think I've told you. You probably haven't. Whatever it is, you probably haven't told. Gonna voice act the main character of a FNAF fan game? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Nice job. Ooh, that could be another pose I could work on. Maybe like a thumbs up or an okay emote. I'll probably look into that. But yeah, that's congrats. That's really nice. Nice job. Woo! Let's see. Shint says object shows are shows where live objects battle or something like that. Is an object show. Oh, okay. Even still, that is really cool. I wish I was younger and could actually afford to do more of these fan projects. Instead, here I am, hoping to actually get paid for doing this instead. Because I am 26 years old, and I'm trying to find work. In the meantime, I just keep working on, like, Deltarune voice act dubs. Dean, the drawing, learns to drink water after 2 years. Sip. Yes, delicious water. Sip. I can finally drink water. I might try to do a thumbs up one. I haven't actually done a thumbs up yet. I could do that. Like, I got some that are like, yeah, congratulations. Or congratulations. Or congratulations or something like that. But I could probably look into getting like a thumbs up emote. That'd be nice. PFDI means Battle for Dreams Island, by the way. Is that like a Kirby Dreamland thing? I don't know. Every time I hear Dream Island, I always think of like somehow related to Kirby. Oh, actually, no, that's Dreamland, not Dream Island. But maybe that's something similar. Burr. Let's see. I might actually start on the project thing that I wanted to do. So today, I wanted to kind of show off and also work on this coding project that I've been doing. This is so a long time ago. Let me see if I can actually find this one. So a long time ago, back when like Deltarune came out, I had this idea to make a Tenna avatar, and swapping this over. Behold, it's Tenna dancing. He's doing the boogie. So as you can see, I actually do have a Tenna avatar at the moment that technically works, but the more that I look into it, the more I'm like, I think I can improve it a lot better. Like I have many ways to improve it. It's the dancing Tenna. I got the dancing Tenna. Faster dancing Tenna. Stylish? Where's my stylish Tenna? There it is. What button? There we go. Stylish dancing. Super stylish dancing. I have like 50 something different buttons to press for this Tenna. Anyways, as much as I like the Tenna avatar that I use for like most of my, or like that I have in general, I wanted something different, and so different that I wanted to figure out how to use this program called Vidotsu which is actually the same program that I use currently for my Tenna avatar, as well as like my drawing avatar. But this one is more dynamic. Just as like one example, as you can see with how I'm talking for my current guy at the moment, he just kind of jitters up and down, maybe like changes faces a little bit depending on how I'm talking. Compared to this guy, where like he's rotating as he's talking, but also depending on what kind of voice that or like the kind of voices that are coming out of my mouth, he actually kind of stretches and squishes himself, and as well as changes like the different mouth states as well. All depending on the programming wizardry that I have here. Which actually is honestly really interesting, so I might kind of go over that. Let's see. I think Ultra Fans thinking of the low quality image of the orange white kitten with the thumbs up emoji. I could probably base it off of that, but it might be something similar. Search it up. It's older than 10 years, I think 16 or 15 years. The Dream Island thing. Okay. It's older than 10 years and it's from YouTube only. Can't you make an Ultra Kill loadout to make it easier to change? Like with variants and alternates? Like... what do you mean by that, Ultra Kill fan? Like how I can like change different styles for my avatar? Is that what you mean? I'm presuming that's what you mean. If so, usually how I have my avatar work is that I have like a whole 12 different buttons that I can press. The 10 images like the Ultra Kill thing. I'm sorry, I'm still lost. But how I do my program at the moment is that I have 12 different buttons on my main mouse. And then I also have the choice of pressing Alt, Shift, and Control in different combinations. And even, like, all of these images are on one button. It's just with different combinations of Shift, Control, and Alt. And that's just with one button. Imagine what I could do with 20 buttons, if I ever felt like doing that. Anyways, I want to have a similar thing to this Tenna over here, where I have different buttons bound to different styles, but instead of like just like a couple images for one face, it's pretty much multiple images for one face, kinda. It's a lot more dynamic. That's the idea. I'm gonna change back to normal Dean. Hold on. I think I've shown off this one enough. Let's see, load me up. There we go. Back to normal. But yeah, I was trying to think about how I wanted to do the Tenna avatar, since I have like the opportunity to completely remake it, or like remake how I map everything. I've kind of decided to do a similar process that I do with my current avatar, where I again just have 12 buttons on my mouse and I can decide like what alternate ways to modify it based on using Shift, Control, and Alt. Although in this case, I could actually like potentially toggle specific effects for specific faces. Like I can have like a global thing that stops them from stretching, as an example. Like that's an option, I think, if I can program that. And then Tenna shrank until Dean appeared. And then the Tennas disappeared, shrunken into oblivion. So today's objective that I want to try to do is to mess around with the program a lot more and try to get a couple more faces, or at least like a functioning avatar. I want to get, at the very least, 3 faces programmed. If I program this right, then I might actually be able to make more than that. So for the past couple weeks, I've been working on this template here. This is basically a template that I want to work off of. Let's achieve it, maybe. I want to. So how this works, just to kind of show the programming here. I keep forgetting to mention this. So this program here is called VideoTube, which I use that program for my avatar guy, but the version that I use for the main one is VideoTube Mini, which is basically a free version of this. If you want to use this thing at all, it's unfortunately a paid early access that you have to go to the Ko-Fi page in order to get access to. It's about $8 USD if you want to check that out. Is the program any good? I mean, I can make this thing. So far, it's good. It's a bit complicated, and there's not as much documentation as I wanted, so a lot of this I just had to figure out. I've honestly thought about making a tutorial video to kind of showing what everything does so that I can, I guess, add to the pile of information that can help people figure this thing out. So how this program works, I have the microphone out input, which checks my microphone, as you can see, like the sound waves coming up. I have 3 different outputs for where that audio goes. Reason being is I need the audio to be at different levels in order to modify it. Like, as an example for this far left one, this affects how stretchy Tenna is. It kind of works a bit, I think. Is it okay? It's not as strong, I think. Whereas if I had it on, it's like a little bit stronger. Unless, does it actually matter? Actually, I don't think that matters too much. Okay, so I actually didn't realize that this actually might not matter as much, so I can actually just change that, and okay, so I've actually narrowed down one of the gains that are used for this. Okay. I do have an alternate one over here, because I have 2 main paths. One affects how, like, the scaling of Tenna, depending on how I talk. Oh wait, is it not stretchy enough? Oh, now it's not doing as much anymore. Now I want to change it back, so he is more stretchy. Programming in a nutshell. Okay, so I have 3 paths. There's this one on the far right, dictates how stretchy he is, or like, or dictates what state he's in. So just to show this off, I can actually detach those 2, and you can see his face changing. This is based off of how loud the input volume is, and then it eases it with a ease modifier, which basically just tries to smooth out any signal that it gets. And it basically has a different loudness value depending, like from 0 to 1. And so pretty much the louder that it gets, if it gets to above 70%, then it goes to the open mouth face that you see here. If it gets a little bit lower, if I just back away from the microphone actually, you can see that it only reaches to the 2nd state here. And then there's a third state near the bottom, where he just kind of moves his mouth back a little bit. That one is purely because, or it changes into a different state depending on a Boolean value. So because the specific states are, or it changes depending on it, so it allows it to be more dynamic. Let's see, I'll re-enable the stretchiness. Stretchy. So that's pretty much what this side part does. It affects a talking state, and you can also affect what kind of states everything is in using this modifier in the bottom left, where if it's on the silent state, you can actually hide or reveal different states at the very top left. And depending on which state that everything is in, you can have specific layers visible or not visible. And the different states here, the silent 1, 2, talking 1 and 2, are pretty much those different states. theoretically, you could have like an infinite amount of layers and have an infinite amount of different states that your character can be between. Of course, that's an infinite amount of possibilities, which is a little ridiculous. So it's usually a bit better to have at least a few different states to work off of. Now, as for the other side, it's a little bit more complicated, and I feel like I should probably change a little bit more of it. But the idea of it is there's this one node here called the Oculus Lip Sync that you can find over in audio, or the audio nodes Oculus Lip Sync. What that does is it takes the information coming from your microphone and turns it into something else. Or it tries to put it into an actual value. In this case, I use a value called the mouth curve, which makes it check the mouth curve value. There's other values that you can check, and you can also plug in different modifiers, and it tries to adjust it depending on what kind of inputs it gets. But I've kind of noticed that like higher or lower frequencies have a different number value here. And what I wanted to do was, while I was talking, I have like different stretchiness values for the X and Y depending on how I'm talking. So in this case, here's like the value on the far left here checks if I'm talking at all. You can see if I'm not talking, if the value is false, or it's true, sorry. So it goes over to this side over here, which actually causes Tenna to kind of wiggle back and forth. You can kind of see it here. He does wiggle back and forth, and as soon as I start talking, the wiggle effect is gone. And as for the other pathways that it can go, so if this one in the middle is on, it affects the Y value. If the one on the far right is on, it affects the X value. And those are kind of just from different values that, like, while I'm talking, I found, okay, if this value is where I want it to be, then output in a different way, blah, blah, blah. It's a little complicated to talk about. Basically, it checks for a specific value and what range some values are in. And depending on what range it is actually in, it can then change the different X and Y values, which go into these two modifiers here, which there's a different path on the side that connects to a different audio input. And all this really does is kind of tries to smooth out a value that's come in, as well as limiting how far the value can go before it gets added into the X and Y modifiers that go on their separate paths until it goes into this construct modifier, which then affects the base model of which all of the different sprites are attached to. And it allows... Anyways, the whole point of this whole system is to allow Tenna to be very stretchy. That's the whole idea. I also have like modifiers here on the left and right that if I wanted to change how stretchy Tenna is on the Y-axis, well, I can do that. And as you can see, he is a little stretchy on the Y-axis. And I can also do the same thing for the X-axis, where... actually, just to show this off better, I can just modify that. So now he's like stretching outwards a lot more. Or even funnier, I could also just like remove the Y extension entirely, and now he just kind of does that. It's really funny when I have it at a very high value. Wrong. Wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. So yeah, that's those kind of values. It's very modifiable. Very complicated. Not just some stuff here. It says, hello peoples. Ooh, complex. It is complex. Also, apparently you're number one. Apparently, I don't know how that works. Is there $500 added to your money hole? Unfortunately, I don't have that coded in yet. Yay! Yeah, just to get you up to date, I was just kind of talking about my whole program here and how I have it set up. It's neat. Anyways, idea is for the stream, I want to try to actually have this as an actual avatar that I can use. So I probably need to actually test that out. In order to make this into something that I can use, I actually need to, let's see, use, where is it? I need to open a scene, and a scene can actually import different object files, and the object file in question is like the stretchy Tenna one. And let's see. Let me see if I can actually do this as an example. We're gonna have them all blue. Full screen? I'll do full screen. We'll just kind of have them here. Let's see. Just as a test, I'm gonna try and... Is it papyrus? What do you mean papyrus? Because he's blue. He's blue now. Let's see. I'm over on OBS right now. Tenna scene test is what I'm calling this. Where does it check for? It checks for this scene. Wow, look at me. I am on the big screen. Ain't that neat? I have no other modifiers to me. You're also like on a very weird layer, so I'm gonna see if I can move you down to my video layer so that you can actually see me. That's the... Whoa, what the heck was that? Whoa. Whoa. That looks weird. Okay, well, don't click that again. I was like undoing, and I guess it like modified a lot. Okay, back to that layer. So I can go into OBS and say, work on the filter, effect filter, and then I find, where is it? Chroma key. You won't be able to see this because, oh, no, you can see it kind of working already. Oh. Where is Tenna? Where did Tenna go? Let's see. Need to modify it. Custom color. What's the custom color? Pick the on-screen color of blue. Whoop. There we go. And now there's two Tenna. Two antenna? Two Tenna. One Tenna. We'll have the one Tenna for now. So now that I have him on here, I can kind of re-stretch him a little bit and just kind of put him over in the corner. Dean, where's the elytra? I don't know. I thought it was there. Apparently it wasn't. I really don't know how many elytras I found in my journeys. I know I found some more than one, but I don't know where they are. If they're not where I said I thought they were, they're probably not there. Anyways, so at the very least, this one Tenna does work, and I can have him over in the bottom right corner. Cool. I have no other faces for him, so this is the only face that I can do. But even still, he's pretty expressive, being very stretchy and whatnot. So now for the next test that I want to do is to get a different, let's see. Can I escape this? There we go. I need to figure out how to map this to one, and then I have another object profile. Let me see if I can get that up. I think I can, yeah, I can do a new window. Let me load a new window, battle mode window, and then try to swap over to that one. Battle mode, there we go. I have this other pose that I've worked on that to like get an idea of how I can do like the GIF animations. This is the Tenna battle mode sprite, which I have a thing over here that is supposed to make him stretchy. As you can see, he kind of stretches a bit. I need to take some of the code from the base neutral stance and put it here, but we'll do that a bit later. I just have that disconnected for the time being. So idea is I want to try and get this scene to to also be a toggle, just because it's another one that I have available. So we're going to go to the scene here. So toggle state group, I think is what I can do here. So if let's see. I think I need a input signal, and then it checks, assign a input signal of F19. That is the input signal, and just to check that it even works, I'll have a has value check. So if I click it, well, you can see that it's toggling, even though the has value is not working how I want it to. So if I press that, then it highlights on, which allows me to send one signal, and then it can modify something else. So we'll just do, as a basic thing, branch on Boolean. This will check if something is triggered on. If it is, it does some kind of an event. So we'll have that. Actually, is there a different one that I can do? Isn't there, like... I think I need to use states. Boolean state values? I need to look more into what I can do with all these. Signal state events. Is that? No, that's not it. I definitely need to look into this some more. I do think I can use branch on Boolean for this to work, and I think that's what I used for the last one. So let's see. We'll have to import battle mode. Get that imported. There he is, kind of over there in the corner. Hide. New object. We'll name the object Tenna battle mode. And the button that it's going to be bound to is 7 for now. It'll probably change in the future, but I'm just writing there in the top left that it's where it's connected to. Also changing his scale values. What do I have for neutral? 6.5. Okay. Scale 6.5. 6.5 scale. Okay, that looks about right. State 1, we'll have it set to neutral. Putting in what keys that need to be pressed for that to activate. So in this state, battle mode is hidden. So if I have another state, battle mode will become visible here. No longer modify. Let's hide him. Okay. So if I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. Let's see, state, signal event. Oh shoot, what did I have to do for that? Finds multiple strings, state, event. Based on Boolean. Let's see, state. Oh shoot, what did I do for the other thing? I'm checking my neutral stance. What did I use? Oh, it's a string value. Okay. That's what it uses. So string value. So if true, it sets this one. So it it sets it to neutral. Parentheses 8. Seems like it's spelled correctly. So if I press that, then it'll trigger. Talking state. How do I get the talking state again? I think I need to find that somewhere else. Shoot. It's funny, I have to like retrace my steps kind of in order to figure out what I even did to make these things in the first place. Create a new state group. I need to figure that out too. Oh shoot, how do I change the talking state? Oh damn, how did I do that? Like I was in like such a good flow state and I was like, wait, how did I do that again? Now I have to figure that out. Shoot. Signal state? No, that's not it. State storage? That's not it. No. Ah, heck. This is where I have to consult to the YouTube or some documentation. Let's see. Let's see, on the help tab, there's a way how you can find documents. Let's see. Eram's gonna head out. Alright, see you, Eram. Let's see, using nodes. Is there state? No, it says how to do those. Let's see. Objects. Anything to change there? No. I remember there was some tutorial that you could check out. Is it in troubleshooting? No. Introduction. Jeez. I do wish they kind of made it a little easier to find stuff again, because I remember there being a tutorial link somewhere in one of these. Oh, here it is. Scene editor? No, check out dynamic avatar.
We want to expose some of the node internals to.
I pretty much have to like reverse engineer how this guy worked on these. Let's see. So that's what I'm looking for. There's a node there that said like blink state, and that was kind of what I was looking for.
Parented object, an object attached to another one, will follow every little scaling, every rotation, everything.
That's another thing I want to look into is the cursor modifier, because it could actually like check where your cursor is and move your avatar in relation to your cursor. I want to check that out at some point because that's a cool effect
that we attached it to. Like I actually don't know how to explain it. I just spent like 2 minutes trying to record this. I think it just looks better this way. Don't know how to explain. I'm gonna in editor. We want to do each eye. So if you then two other sprites for the blinking eyes. To achieve that, we're gonna use states. So start by creating a state group that we're gonna call like.
Oh wait, does it just like open up as soon as you do it? Did it like show up somewhere? And no, it didn't want to show up somewhere. Can I like make it magically appear? Okay, so if I create a new group, then it shows up. So I might have hidden it. Ooh, how do I unhide groups? Because I know you can hide these, but then it just disappears, and I don't know how to make them appear again. Is there like somewhere on here that allows that to be changed? Okay, maybe there's somewhere in the documentation that like has information on how you can unhide things. I think most of it's connected to nodes. Shoot.
You brought from the scene editor, which are states and state groups and
I'm like learning how to do this on the fly.
What I want to do now is to make two state groups in the scene editor. This is the same thing. We create one state open, pretty open, putting a lot of images together. Create a new avatar. You start up with one empty object, and this is the one that we will be using for avatar. So I'm gonna call it 2. Here we go. In future versions, layers, we're gonna, which is just an image slowly. So I'm gonna start with the base itself, which is just an image with use it avatar of it. Just
does he talk about what to do with hiding stuff? I feel like he does at some point.
For example, a layer inside another layer to create group. Check like those, so we can just layer that this layer will be moving. We have some nodes that we don't need here. It'll create a node for each layer in case the layer has like things to be configured, but we don't need those, so we can just hide them. Something that has an accent.
Okay, so you can hide them. How do you unhide them? How do you unhide? It might be something really specific, and I'm just gonna have to figure it out myself, I think. Let's see. State group. No, can't right click any of these. Create new group. No modifier there. Oh, there's a hidden nodes thing in the bottom left. Click. Unhide neutral. Okay, so that's where you can find hidden ones. There's some blanks. Oh, here we go. Here we are. To find hidden groups, there's a little icon in the bottom left here that actually has the hidden groups, and then you can pull those up. Okay, that's where you can find these. Cool, okay. That's good to know. Let's make another thing over here, another signal over here, and assign it a new signal of this one, F15. And then when triggered, its state changes to battle mode, parentheses 7. And does it go to group or... I think I might need to have a modifier over here where it goes to this first. Kind of like what I did with the previous one. So now if I click 15, it'll swap over to battle mode, and then if I click this one, it'll swap those over. Okay, so that actually does swap those over correctly. That's good. So now, as an example, if I can have him out here, I can go to go to the avatar preset that I have, and I can actually swap between the two. That's great. That is great. Okay, that is good. It's at least a start. I do think I need to probably look into how to make that more condensed, though. I think there was something here that said state storage stores a stack of strings representing a current state. I want to see if I can figure this one out. Like, what does this do? State storage. How does this work? Empty has different stack limits. Add a default state? Remove state. No, this probably isn't what I'm looking for. Quick actions, node state clear, no. Signal state event. Not sure what that does. Actually, I could check the documentation. So if I check the actual documentation, does that actually show what it does? Nodes, and I can check state. Okay, so state nodes for manipulating strings for states and state events. Boolean state events emits a state event based on a Boolean input, and that's kind of the... Was that kind of the one that... Hold on. String node. Boolean state event. Let's see, so if this is triggered, do a state. Can I connect multiple states? No, just multiple values. Oh, in this case, if I... Hello? What? Hello? Hello? Hello, hello. Check 1, 2. That was weird. I guess I disconnected for a brief moment. That's weird. I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think my internet cut out for like half a second, but yeah, I don't know what happened. Well, I don't entirely know what I can do in order to make that more compact at the moment. I probably am going to have to figure that out eventually. But at the very least, I can swap between 2 different states, and that's kind of good. And I can probably just add on to it as time goes on. This is going to be like a giant tree of state values. It's going to look ridiculous. Okay, next thing that I want to work on, just to learn more learning events. Let's see. I would like to... let's see. New dynamic avatar. Just hide these input outputs for the moment. And... Okay, can I go to a different tab and copy paste things in? I'm currently on a different window that allows me to copy paste some stuff, or allows me to click on things. Can I copy paste from a different profile into here? Okay, I can. That's great. Now I can actually like copy paste a bunch of this stuff in. That is really cool. Get rid of. Actually, don't get rid of these. Just have them blank at the moment. Oh, not all of the connections went through. Okay. That's weird that, like, not every connection actually properly connected, even though it really should have. Let's see. Check. Why is it not? Oh, it's not doing that. Let's see, and add the value of the relay. Check. Okay, that's actually working correctly. Let's see, annotation. Add modifiers here. Save this as, let's see. Model templates. Tenna model template. Save as that. And I'm going to base this as the template off of everything that I'm going to be doing. Add state event here. I think all of these are pretty self-explanatory, yeah. Oh, that one's not connected too. Oh, come on. Why does this not want to connect? There we go. It did connect just fine. It just didn't want to when it wanted to copy paste for some reason. Okay, whatever. Okay, everything else crossed over correctly. It looks like it connected properly. Yeah. Okay. So that's the template. So going off of that, I want to get some Tenna. Let's see, some Tenna sprites. Which one do I want to work on next is the question. You know, I wanted to work on the pointing one, so I'm gonna get maybe not the pointing at screen. I kind of wanted the pointing left. Yeah, pointing left. Point left and point right. Okay. So we'll import as object. Okay, what I did is that I dragged the Tenna left input or port over on like the little screen behind me. I can actually like warp away. Hold on. Behind me, there's like a little object thing here that you can import objects, which are just new layers. There we go. We'll have a small Tenna here, which on his own doesn't really do much. I might also modify him or modify the mouth a bit to see if I can like stretch it out, specifically by having different states. Also, so this is the base layer. Let's see, over here, image mode, pixel, so that he's actually pixelated. Let's see, I don't need that present at the moment. Let's see. So new dynamic, we'll add a rotate dynamic here. That'll connect to the rotation. So while not talking, he rotates, but it's too drastic, so we'll reduce it. Already a lot better. And one more dynamic is the scale modifier. Have to connect that. So now when I talk, he actually stretches inward and outward. That's cool. For this one, I'm actually going to reduce the amount of stretchy Y value and try to more exaggerate out the X value instead. So while he's like talking, he actually points in a direction. Let's see. Oh, one other dynamic thing that I forgot to check on was one called Squish and Stretch. That's over on the dynamic side. That's actually, I hate that it's actually behind my avatar. So there's a Squish and Stretch thing that's over here. Or as like one of the dynamic things, you can have, it basically smooths out any transition that you do. I need to add a pin, that's right. Need to add... Pins are like anchors. You can have anchors on over on this side, and I'll move him to over here? No. Let's see. I think I need to check on the rotation, and it pivots off of pin 1. Yeah, that actually does look pretty good. Okay, scale also off of pivot 1. You are the star of today's show! That is pretty stretchy, actually. Maybe don't have the modifier that much. Check it at 0.5. You are the star of today's show! You are the star of today's show. You are the star of today's show. It's kind of jittery, isn't it? Why is it jittery? Checking jitteriness. Jitter. Why is it jittery? Why doth thou be jittery? Maybe the pivot and squish needs to be checked out. You are the star of today's show. No, it's still pretty jittery. Why is it jittery? I don't want you jittery. Is that because of like some value and it's just like too much? Let's see, reduce the stretchy value just a little bit. You are the star of today's show. That's a bit better. I think we'll keep it at like the 0.5. Can I? Okay, one more pivot or one more pin. Pin to kind of like, I don't know, right at the tip of his nose or something. Can I have it as foot? Check. Let's see. Squish. Check. 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 Pin. Where do you have the pin at? Okay, this one's actually a little bit better. You are the star of today's show. Something like that. So, next step that I want to try to do is import that into a pixel editor, or at least the sprite into a pixel editor. Oh, I forgot about the part where I need to have those in a separate file. Oh well. 8 indeed. Let's see, video, display, capture, there we go. Let's get you on, we'll get this in, and we'll get the point left just imported. Have him available. Let's see, let's go to where I have it saved, where it's over at my VTube avatars. Tenna, and then save that as, let's see, T point left. That is the stance that I'll be using. We'll save the main file here. Have I done death? Where's my music? That's just really quiet. Okay. Okay, plan that I got is I want to have his mouth actually stretch out a bit. Now here's my question. Do I want it to stretch out independently of him or have different states? Okay, what if I actually tried out like a different mouth layer? So let me see if I can which one's the highlight tool? Is this the highlight? Yeah, that's the highlight one. Let's see, select that, copy, and then paste that to, I guess, onto its own layer. Okay. So the mouth is there, yes. Okay, and just to view it better, dark checker, yeah. Okay, so it's there. This is purely just as a test to see, like, what this can do. Let's see. Point left mouth. You save? Yeah, save that. Update you, yes. So now if I go back to this one. Oh, before I forget, I need to make sure that the profile that or the sprites that I'm working with are in the same area. I need to make sure that they are so that it doesn't lose itself. Do I just want to... I'll go ahead and do this. Do I already... It's fine. It's fine. I need to take things out and update them anyway if I wanted to do that. That's fine. I'll keep it there. So I want to import the mouth. Import that. We'll pixelate it so you can kind of see it behind him, but there it is. Oh, that looks funky.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that! Look at that thing over there! Look at it! Look at it! Whoop! Whoop! Look at that!
Whoop! Whoop! Oh, that looks really good. Whoop! 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 I need to figure out how to do that. I think it has something to do with like I can do something like that with the cursor modifier. I think. I might try that out. Okay, left mouth. We'll add a dynamic effect. Attach. Attach to what? The Tenna points. So now it's actually like linked to that. That's good. Actually, do I need to modify the layer below him so that he has like its own thing? Cause Uh... Because, let's see, I want to have the left mouth have a scaling modifier. And the scaling modifier ends up here. Kind of, I'll just have you over there. Can I have that on its own? Yeah. Audio. Okay, he does actually kind of stretch a little bit. Is this the X? Yeah, it's the X value, but oh, because it's linked that, okay, because the scaling is that way, can I modify that to 0 scale modifier? No, that's modified by that. What am I saying? I'm wanting it to stretch outwards, but not have its effects stretch based on... I probably need it to be not attached, then? Okay, not attached. Oh, but no, I need it to be attached so that it like matches a bit. Can I add a value here? Where is... where... Number value. Add a whole different modifier here. Or do I want to multiply it? Actually, multiply. Math, multiply. We'll take whatever value comes out, multiply it, getting into here. Multiply it by what? Multiply it by 5. That's not right. Okay, that's the whole scale value. That's because it's modifying it afterwards. I think I need to modify not that, because I still want it to be 1. That's correct. What is... Okay. Oh, I think it's this output. Is that correct? Yeah, right? No. It still goes off of that one. Oh, because it still needs to be 1. 1? No. It needs to be added onto here. Let's see. That's on its own separate multiplier, and then that output gets added to U, which... Does that work out better? I think so. And then it scales more. Okay, it does scale kind of better, but it still scales in the Y direction, which I don't want it to. Of course, I still need it to link into the rotation of the primary, so do I have to have it as its own scale, or like its own rotation? Probably as its own rotation. Yeah, or... Check. Why? Okay, why? That's because... Okay. Rotate modifier for the mouth state will be its own link, and then I'll have the attach. That looks really silly. Look at the mouth. That looks very silly. Let's see. We'll disable the attach modifier for now. It still is stretching in that direction, even though I don't want it to. Let's see. Rotation degree is... Let's see, 0.01. Oh, I need to pivot off of... It doesn't want to pivot because... damn. This is where, like, actually attaching it would actually be a really good idea. Do I have to do something weird, like... Because I want it to stretch outwards, but I want it to be attached, but it keeps wanting to check the scaling modifiers of the base layer in order to actually work. So what am I wanting to do? I want it to stretch outwards. Can I adjust its... I Let's see. Can I somehow adjust its Y modifier so that it it gets overridden? Ooh, okay, take the outputs. We'll take the output of here, and then... Right, So this string of stuff is trying to stretch the x-axis a lot more. So what if at the same time we subtract its y value from the stretchiness here? So let's try that. So it takes this as the stretchy outputs. Okay, we'll get a construct here so that it can actually combine, because constructs actually combine the x and y values into one channel. As you can see here, it actually... Oh, wait? Check. Okay, so where's... Oh, it's because the y value is 0, isn't it? Check. Ooh. Oh, actually, that works out. So if I change it to 1, then it already overrides it. So you can actually see him, like, stretching his mouth out. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, next thing I want to do is go back to my pixel layer here. And I want to see if I can... Okay, low opacity. I want to see if I can just draw on a replacement here. It's using anti-aliasing, I don't want that. Why are you a different shade? Whatever works. Oh, actually, instead of... no, I'm directly affecting it. That's fine. I was like trying to think of if I wanted like an entire different layer when I was doing this, but I'll just deal with that as I go. Wanted to make sure I didn't get rid of the original copy, but I think it's fine if I do. Okay. It doesn't have to look perfect, it just has to look like... It has to look somewhat correct. Kind of like that. That looks okay. Alright, save that as... Or let's see, update that program so that that's connected. And save as PNG, point left, dot no mouth. Save, yes. Okay. Go back to the Vidot program, import the new mouth, and I really don't want to do too many changes to. I think if I can just have it here, change let's see, change the priorities. Can I hide this one? Oh, I can hide it. Oh, that's funny. The mouth actually like stretches correctly. That looks very funny. Oh, look at that thing over there. Look at that thing. That looks very funny. Okay, I think if I just new dynamic attach and then attach it to the base layer. Yeah, there we go, and then it modifies that correctly. Cool.
Look at that thing over there. You gotta look over there, guys. Look at that.
That actually looks kind of funny. Okay. Right, I don't want it to stretch as much. Can I just modify it to 2.5 instead? Yes, but it's not as cartoonishly stretchy.
You are the stars of today's show. You are the star of today's show.
You are the star of today's show. Why is it still jumpy?
You are the star of today's show.
It is actually kind of jumpy. Is it because I want to modify... I want to see if I can smooth out that more. How can I smooth that out even more? Okay, check. Let's see. Over the course of 1 second, ease. You are the star of today's show. It's not as exaggeraty. Ooh, check base position, squish and stretch, and smoothing. Increase the smoothing up to 2. You are the star of today's show.
You are the star of today's show.
It's still kind of stretchy, though. Let's see. Let's change the elasticity to 1.
You are the star of today's show.
You are the star of today's show. That's actually a little bit better. Let's see. Can I change the pivot really quick? Pivot a bit lower. Actually, can I change the base rotation a little bit? Check. Check. Whoa. That's not quite right either. Yeah.
You are the star of today's show.
And it's still stretchy, of course. Scale limits? No. Side scaling. Check. You are the star of today's show.
You are the star of today's show.
I think it's okay. It's better, I guess. Let's see. 0.5. What if I change the elasticity to hecton? You vibrate. Rio's in chat. You think this seems very complicated. It is. It is complicated. I mean, already I've got you leave the dean to their work. Wait, no, don't leave. You gotta stay with me and understand the madness. Please, someone stay with me. No, it is kind of weird and complicated, but yeah. Making funny avatars are funny, apparently. It's like programming, but more complicated. 'Cause now I gotta do like an artist thing, and let's see. Ooh, do I want to see if I can like smooth that out a bit more? Interest office. Hi. Just some is here. Hi. It leaves off. No, you can't just leave me. No. Why? Ugh. Can't believe people would just leave my office like that. I have it open to everybody. Everyone just leaves me. I'm so sad. Let's see. Do I... Okay, question. Can I smooth out the X input here? Oh, and his mouth is gone. Math. Smooth? Where's the smooth? Average? No, not average. Wasn't there a smoothing thing? Normalize length to 1. No, that's not it. Where was it? Was it in compare? I forgot where this was. It was like something that actually like smoothed it out as you were talking. Interpolates the value between 1 and 0 and applies an ease to an in or out effect. Maybe this one might work. I think there was some other thing that smoothed it out, but I want to see if I can get this to work. Idea is that it's not as like... Whoa, what the... Jack. I feel like he's even more elastic than normal. Let's see, 0.75, change that a bit. Smoothing, change that a wee bit more. Check. Ease out over a second. Why do you not want to change your value anymore? Oh, I need to change where I add this in. Okay, how about that? A little bit better? Check. Can I, like, ease out 5 seconds? Okay, that actually looks... Ooh! Look at that, folks! That always looks kind of silly. You... Whoa! 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 It's... Woo! Woo! I'm making weird noises and it's funny. You are the stars of today's show! Okay, next question. Can I change the X modifier a bit more to where it's only like a 0.2? You are the stars of today's show! Okay, that actually looks a lot better, and it's not like as dramatic as I wanted it to be. Okay, that actually is really good. I forgot to save it as its own thing. Let's see. Point left. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. T point left. I think. How did I word this? T neutral. Yeah, I had these as like really weird names. Oh yeah, I had them in different versions too, so I could keep track of them all. So point left. Point left. Let's see. Rename point left version 1.0 so that I can keep up with it. You change file name extension, this file may become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? Okay, maybe a little bit later when I'm not using it. You wonder why Dean is doing this? Because I just wanna. I had like a Tenna avatar before where like. Good job. Let's see. I had like a Tenna avatar before that actually was kind of modifiable. I don't want to do all the changes required with this. You don't want to ask because it'd be too long. Too bad. Oh. Anyways, I have like a Tenna avatar thing already, but I was like, you know what'd be great? What if I made it better? Anyways, that's what this is. I mean, which of these faces do you think is funny? The one where I just kind of wiggle back and forth? Or the one that's stretching its mouth the more I talk? I think that one's funnier. Anyways, changing that, back, load, back up, other avatar. I need to have a faster way to swap between these things. Oh well. Good job, you did it. Wiggle. But let's see. Okay, so I don't really need this thing on the right over here. Like it's not used in this one. You think the mouth stretchy is funnier? Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's funnier. I can even stretch it out even more if I wanted to. Let's see. Can I like copy paste that? I can. Let's see. Mouth X modifier. There we go. I need to make sure I properly document what everything does. Let's see. Base X mod. There we go. So I could press this and then stretch it out even more. Right? Woo! 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 Check. Check. Oh wait, does it actually stretch out to a specific limit? You realize you still have homework to do. You still prefer the OC sketches? I still like them too, but this is honestly just a little passion project I wanted to work on. Oh, do I need to 100. Oh, it does reach a limit. Okay. It stretches out to a limit. As you can see, there's like only so far it can go. Whoa! Look at that thing over there. I'm pointing at that thing over in that general direction, and I'm pointing it out. Whoa! That does look very funny. Hey, thank you, Rio, for stopping by. If you got homework to do, might be good to go check that out. Because I will be distracting everybody that watches my stuff. Toriel would be mad if you don't do your homework, says Jessam. Yeah, Jessam's got it. Toriel would be very mad. Okay, I think I have this one kind of done.
You are the stars of today's show.
Yeah, that's a pretty good base. Okay, point left is checked. I'm gonna swap over to... Let's see, new window. Go to my scene. And then tell it to go over to my scene. There we go. So, now that I have a whole new stance.
So, now that I have a whole new stance on the situation.
Also, is he like stretchier than normal? I need to better fine-tune these things. Let's see, object. Import new object. I would like to import... It doesn't want to import the raw thing. Okay. Point left. Import that in. Import it in! It doesn't want to import it in. Damn it. Let's see. Import. Yeah, import the... Yeah. I do not see it. What? Oh, is it not saved as a proper thing correctly? Oh, heck. Go back to point left. Save as that, yeah. T dot point left. Save it as that. It already exists. Replace it? Yeah, sure. Replace that. That's fine. Okay, and then go back to the scene, and then import.
It's not there.
What? Checks for object files. Yeah, it should be checking for it. Why does it not want to show it? Okay, what if it did the 300 IQ thing and Video? You sure? Okay, maybe not. Because it could explode. I don't want things to explode. Ideally, I don't want them to explode. Okay, it checks for as a Vodotube thing. Okay, how about this? Save file as, save it as something kind of different. What do you do here? Let's see. T dot point left and point V dot 1, or let's see. Version 1 stands? Go off of that. You wonder why Dean is making Walmart Santa noises. It looks very funny when I stretch the mouth. That's why. Right. Do you want to find these or not? You do not want to find them. Of course you don't. Why would you ever want to find these things? Ever. I'm actually kind of confused why it's not allowing me to look at it. What the hell? Is it because it doesn't have the proper extension, even though it should be saving with the proper extension? Yeah, it should be saving with the proper extension, but it just doesn't feel like it. Okay, gonna do a risky bit here. So this is currently saved as the stance thing. Pretty sure, yeah, save as that. Okay, I'm thinking it's because I have so many different windows up that it doesn't know what to do with all these. Okay, this is scary because I don't know what will happen if I close this window, if I can like open it back up at any point. So, let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can open it elsewhere. Stance version 1. Okay, so I can open it up. That's good. It's just that the program doesn't want to acknowledge it for some reason. Okay, well, at the very least, if I close the window, I can actually... Okay, I think I can directly modify this to be... have a Badoo extension. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes. Import stance. Hey, there we go. Okay, problem I'm going to definitely see really soon is that the more stances that I have, the more I'm going to have to hide some of these. Let's see. Point left, and number 5 is the modifier that I'm going to be using. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to better hide these. Let's see. Point left. Hide all of those. Make that one visible. I'm gonna have to figure out how to better better do this, because if I'm not careful, every time I add a new stance in or a new state in, I'm gonna have to modify each of these groups every single time I want to do that, which is gonna be very troublesome. So I don't really want to do that. Ideally, I don't want to do that. Ideally, I should say. Let's see. So let me check that. 6.5 times scaling. So he's at least there. That's good. And let's see. Check for a new value and a new signal. I'm definitely going to have to remake how I tell the program what signals are coming in, because this is going to get messy really quick. Because I'm going to have to end up with like 50 of these, and I don't want to end up with like 50 of these. That would be ridiculous. So I don't want to do that. Let's see. Signal, reassign signal, waiting for input, F18. Is this one? Yes, that is the one that I want to use. So now whenever I click that, it changes to point left. Check. Ho 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 ho! It does do that. That's good. Oh, that's weird. Why does it? That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so now whenever I point in that direction, it can actually do that. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I want to have those in the have that like that. Let's see. Let's see. Base scale 6.5 and then 6.5 scale here. And I would like to modify its... Yeah, there we go. Move him over there. Yeah. So now, every time I point, I actually point outwards like this. Okay, that's good. That is good. You tell Dean that there's a rules card translator. You're not sure how to spell their name, though. I don't know how to spell rules' name either. I keep forgetting. Okay, so, honestly, this is pretty good. Or at least, like, the stretchy mouth thing. Again, I definitely need to, like, work on this some more in order to, like, modify it to be, like, to suit my interests, so to say. But, I at least want to make sure that I can get it to work first and then change everything later. Because, like, again, I don't want to do this insane branch here, because if I'm not careful, I'm going to have, like, 50 of these going through one after the other. And we all know what happened to Undertale when you have an entire game made off of if statements. It works just fine. It's just a nightmare to work with. So I want to probably change that around at some point. Right, so save the scene. Let's see, how much time do I got? I might honestly see how much more I can do for the day, but it might be a while. How about this? I want to work on the battle stance some more. So let's open that up and swap over. Let's see. I want to see if I can work on the battle stance some more, specifically to like allow the head stretchiness to take effect. So I think in order to do that, I want to import, let's see, new window, go to templates, find the stretchy modifiers, copy paste those, and I'm over in my template over here. Let's see, make sure I get all of those. Okay, I think I got them all. And now if I just go over to the battle stance and copy paste, yeah, all of those are down in here. That's cool. I need to figure out how to make it easier to get this complex mumbo jumbo. Okay, move you up here so I can work with that a bit easier. Rio says, you asked Dean if he saw the meme of the anime girl about you about to get crushed. No, I haven't seen that one specifically. Why are you blue? You shouldn't be blue. Why are you blue? Why are you blue? There's no reason for that to be blue. What the hell? Why is that blue? Let's see. Well, I don't need those anymore. I don't need that. We'll have you go into here, modify these two, focal head size, and then move the scale modifier down to here. He came in contact with Papyrus. God. I would like to reiterate that this program is in early access, as in there's probably still bugs here and there. Main bug that I'm he just warps in and out of reality. Main bug I'm finding is that if I want to copy paste, if I want to copy paste some of these, let's see, multiply. Okay, no, the multiply value goes here, and then change to that. Okay. Yeah. The relay is still a blue value for some reason. There's no reason for it to be blue. There is no reason for it to be blue, but it's blue. Check. Okay. I think it's updated itself, and it's now correct. Cool. Let's see, change that up a little bit. Okay. Check audio. Audio has been checked. You tell Dean you're gonna play Persona 5 now, and you tell them goodbye. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Rio. You have a very good day. I'll probably be here for like another half hour, depending on how much I feel like doing this today. Checking the audio. Tutorial should know now that she doesn't need a new TV. Okay, what do I want to do for this? Because I do have the head modifier that I want, but I think it's almost too much, right? So just As a base, reduce both those down to about 30%. Checking audio size limitations. I think that's okay. Ooh. Ooh, I know what it is. I feel like his antennas should actually be stretchy too. Oh, that's gonna be annoying, isn't it? Ooh, do I wanna go through the effort of making his antennas stretchy? Because that also means I'd have to go into this one and modify that too. It's for the bit. Okay, so if I want to do that, which that'll be fun. Let's see, save that to the left point profile. Yeah, save that. And then let's see, hide you, and then I have to go pull up the actual file. Let's see, I probably need to get a whole new folder just so I can find... Where do I have... Okay, sprite sheets, Deltarune, Tenna... blah, 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 blah. Japanese text. That'd be really funny if I could figure out how to, like, toggle the Japanese text, or... Not the Japanese text specifically, that'd be kind of stupid. Or... like, toggle on, like vocals that could... Actually, I wonder if I can do that, because there is a way how you can check, like, how you're talking. So what if there's a way that you could, like, make... Oh, that'd be really funny if I could figure out how to, like, make some word art appear. Oh, damn, I want to see if I can figure that out now. Shoot. I need to focus, though. I need to focus on this. Where do I have his battle sprites stuff? Where is it? Dance, hooray, arm cutscene, jump scare, cabbage patch, fight. No, that's like the shadow fight stuff. Oh, Tenna battle. Here it is. Okay. Oh yeah, he also has this talk sprite I want to use at some point. We'll work on that later. Okay, so what I want to do is have the antennas actually kind of separated. Do I want them on 2 separate layers or 1 layer? I think if they're on 1 layer, I can just have them pivot off of a point up here and have them stretchy on top so they kind of wiggle back and forth. But that would also be interesting if they were both separated. That's like a lot of work though. We'll try the 1 layer for now and then just kind of see how it goes, I guess. So let's see, we'll work on separate layer, and very easily we'll just highlight the section, highlight that whole section, and then make that its own layer. So there's that. We'll need to remove it from the head layer too, so we'll just delete that, and then also delete that area. Okay, so here's the head, and we'll save that to... Do I have it there? No. Avatars, Tenna, battle mode. Let's see. Base, no, antenna. Oh yeah, save the program there so that I can pull that up later. Ooh, actually, can we call it something slightly different? Instead of face no antenna, let's see. Base face no antenna? Maybe. Okay, work off of that, and then have the antennas as an entirely separate layer. Let's see, face 1 antenna. Get that, and then we'll go back into the main program. And let's see, blah, 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 blah. This is gonna be a bit of Frankensteining, I feel. Let's see. Get the base in here and in the antenna layer. Hide those for the time being. So the battle face itself, what kind of modifiers do I have on that? Just the move modifiers. And I think that's just battle face 1. Okay, so that's where I have that modifier. And it only has the fade and scale. Actually, I don't have to do too much, because, let's see, reveal it, and, let's see, pixelate that, and then I think as long as I just attach it to the base face layer, yeah, it can move around just fine. Excuse me. Why does it feel like it's not in the right position? Why is that? It's like off-center. Jellyfish says Poppy Playtime 5 released yesterday. Play it now. I personally don't have any stake on Poppy Playtime stuff. I think it's cool. I just don't feel like playing it. Let's see. I need to make sure that this is actually lined up correctly. Is that right? That looks about right. Okay. So that's the position that I'm going to go for. Okay. Just a normal 5. And so at least that's linked up, and the stretchiness is also linked up too. Can I hide the main face? Yes, without any issues. Oh no, I hid the base face. I'm gonna have to add a modifier here. Is face 2? Face 2, yeah. Okay, add a fade modifier. Where'd it go? Over here. Have that as a separate, so now... Okay, that hides correctly. Good. Let's see. Antennas. We'll make that revealed. Smooth it out. Attach it to base face no antenna, so now it actually like works off of him. But I want it to kind of stretch a bit, right? How do I do that? Squash and stretch. And then have it on its, let's see, add a pin. Kind of about there. Second pin, kind of near the top. So pin 1 and pin 2. Okay, there we go. The antennas are actually kind of like bouncing up and down a little bit. Test, tech, check. Yeah, they kind of bounce around a bit. That's good. Can I like make them... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's actually kind of what I wanted. Okay. Can I move this around a little bit? No, it kind of makes it not look good. Okay, just the one layer actually does look kind of good. Okay. All right, now I need to do that with the rest of the faces sprites. I feel like it would just be as easy as, let's see, fade effect, and I gotta figure out where to. I need to figure out how to like change where they spawn. Actually, they spawn at like 0, 0. I just gotta remember that. So on the first trigger, it'll go away. Checking. Yeah, they do go away. Okay, cool. So I think I just need to do the same thing, but I don't think I need that one. No. Okay, so I can just hide that, and I don't need that part anymore. Now to go back over to our alpaca and import the other ones. Let's see. I also want to do one for like this one talking face here, this one. But I'll probably work on that later. I'll just have that as like a thing I'll work on either later on today or let's see. I just have 2 other ones that I need to do. So that's like frame 1 and then frame 2. Technically frame 3. So I just need to separate these out again. So let's see, select this area, copy, paste, so it's on top of it. And then I just need to digitally edit out the antenna part, which could be just as easy as just drawing this on. Yeah. Let's see, hide that just so it doesn't look weird. Actually, that looks fine, so we'll go to here, make that more revealed. And just get the rest of the Tenna part, or the TV part out. Okay, that's good. Those are separated correct? Oh yeah, I need to get that part out. There we go. That good? That looks good. Okay. Next step. Can we save? Okay, update the file to that. Let's see. Face 2. Let's see. Face 2, no antenna. You sure? Yes. And then also here. Face 2 antenna, and then save that as well. Then we'll go back into the main program, import those new files in, which are over here. Get them into the assets folder. Import them in. Let's see, can we hide that one for now? Yeah. What am I wanting to do? I want to modify both of those, make them pixelated. Add attachments. Attach them to this one? Yeah. Okay. So those are at least attached. And then squish and stretch. I need to have new pins. So let's see. That I kind of see where I need to put them. Let's see. I want to hide those just so I can put the pins in correctly. Pin 1 will be right here at the base here. Move the antenna up a little bit just so it's more visible. Oh, Quote's here. Hey, Quote. Hello. I'm working on a Tenna avatar thing. Right now, I'm trying to make it so that his, or like the antennas on the TV are actually kind of stretchy. So, let's see. Pivot on pin 1. And then add a new pin. Pin 2 will be kind of more up in the top area. And then we'll have the tip up there. No, wrong button. Tip up there. There we go. The, it actually kind of stretches a little bit. Actually kind of stretches. Yay, cool. Let's see, get those back on, and then, let's see, hide this one, and then new dynamics, fade, and we need to go get these 2 fades. Let's see, the antenna fade will go on the left side. The fade head will go on the right. So once that gets triggered, then it should work. And it doesn't. Why doesn't it? Is it because it's hidden? Test. Okay, the antenna part works, I think. Why do you not want to reveal yourself correctly? Why do you want not? Oh, because I'm showing that. Yeah, I don't need to show that anymore. Okay, so I think that goes on the correct frame. Okay, it does go on the correct frame. I need one more frame to finish it, and that's this one? No. Yeah, that one. So I worked on that, and then there's this frame left. So, onto this one. So, copy paste the antenna out, and we'll just erase the rest of the TV part of him. There we go, the antennas are on their own layer, and then I have to get rid of the antennas off of the base model. There we go. Okay. Update the file just so I don't like lose my progress, and then face 3. No antenna. Oh, accidentally backslashed it. There we go. You sure? Yes. And then also the antenna part, where that one's saved as Phase 3's antenna PNG. Yes. There we go. Swap back over to here. Import the 3. Did he get the... Okay, no, antenna 3, there we go. So both... Actually, can I group these together? I think I can, and... I need... Okay, it's not actually doing that, okay. Whatever. Fishy Pearls are hello, do y'all remember me? Hi. I think so, kinda. Anyways, hi, hello. Trying to get Tenna to be, or have his antennas Tenna-ing, or being really cool and neat. Let's see, add dynamics, attach it to what? Attach it to this one. Okay, that's actually lined up correct. Next step is the fade effects. Okay. Bring in the fades. Get rid of the old one. I don't need that one there anymore. Okay, so does that update correctly? Okay, it does. That's cool. Last thing to do is one more dynamic squish and squash. Squash and squish. Add pin to here. One more pin. Second pin will be kind of up there. And then say to pivot off of pin 1, and then tell it to pivot off of pin 2. Okay, and does that work? Blah, 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 blah. I'm just checking the stretchy. Yep, it does kind of work. Woo! Nice. But nobody hears it. No, there are people here, just in the background. Look somewhere else, evil face. What? Are you threatening us with a bad time? That's weird. Anyways, okay, so I think I got the head kind of working. One more modifier I want to do with this is actually having like a talking sprite. Aggressively says hi. Yeah. Hey, hi, I am a person here and I'm going to be doing stuff. Okay, yeah. Good to know. I'm also doing stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you. No ill will. I don't have any ill will against that. It's just kind of, it is kind of funny. Funny way to introduce yourself. Let's see. I guess I don't need that part, but that's kind of useless code, but I don't really need to remove that either. Okay, last one that I want to do for this is do the talking sprite. So I'm going to do the same thing. There already is a talking sprite that's actually in Deltarune, where it's actually has this kind of a face on here. Funny thing is that this is completely unused. I believe so. I don't think he actually uses this whatsoever. However, I'm going to use it as a talking sprite. So every time that I'm talking, I actually have like a little sprite of an animation that kind of shows me talking. Okay. I think I'll actually extend the pixelation down just a little bit. Because I think I'll have this like behind the head in terms of layering. Then we'll go back to you. Get rid of that layer, and don't want to make it any better. I don't really know if I can make it that much better. Okay, save. Save that, and then base, Hawk, no antenna. Yes, save as, and then, let's see. I didn't even spell base correct, I left out the A, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, got that, swap back over to here. Okay, talk, and we'll get those two imported. The talk base one, get you up there, and the second we'll have the head on top so that the antennas are behind. Check both of them in order to make sure that they're both pixelated, and then have both of them get attached to to this face. Okay, so now they're actually like in connection. Okay, that's great. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. What do I want to do here? Okay, how is everything being shown at the moment? I want it so that whenever I'm talking, this comes up. So we'll have the main talking input. I could have it as a separate input if I wanted to. Actually, I think it would be kind of convenient if I had like the microphone inputs in the same place. So there is a thing called a relay, which its whole purpose is to take a signal and then route it to somewhere else without changing it at all. So I'll just have that over there. So it checks, outputs a value. We'll say that it wants to add this value to this number, so it has like an output. We'll have a check. If the value is greater than a specific value, then it will go into mouth open mode. We're just going to have it as 0.21. We'll have it as 0.21 at the moment. Let's see. Compare if value A is greater than value B, outputs Boolean true. And while it is true, do the talk sprites. Is there a thing I can delay? Because let's see. I want to delay having it on. I think it's under timing. Boolean delayer? Delay. Check. Check. Let's see. On empty duration. Okay, there we go. And it'll last for 0.3 seconds. So it basically has an output here, and then while triggered opens up. While it is triggered, I need this layer to go, or this layer to go away. How can I make that go away? I guess I could have a different Boolean comparison? Or a different comparison here. So how do I have this working normally? I have a value, a counter. So after it reaches its max 100, it triggers at 99, actually, yeah, and then it resets the counter down here, which while it is greater than, let's see, ERAM's back. Hello, ERAM. I'm trying to get the talking sprite to work now, so yeah, I'm getting kind of close to getting it to function. Oh, can I have different... Okay, I can't have different values there, or different connections. Okay, so I want to have a statement here if it's... Oh, we'll have a trigger on this side here, I think, because if because I have it set up so that it does this cycle every time that I have it. So if I idle for too long, then it does that animation. Okay. So the link is gone at the moment. Let's see. Okay, Boolean. Wait, no. What do I want to do here? Good grief. Okay, so I want the talking sprite to activate, so we'll just do that really quick. We'll have fade triggers for them first, just to have that out of the way. Bring both of those up here, thank you. So while this is true, only while I'm talking does this face come up. Oh, that's interesting. I can actually use it to fade it in or out. That's cool. That's actually kind of interesting. But I don't want it to fade in or out. I'll just do that. Yeah. Okay. So I need a check for while this is true, this whole idle cycle animation doesn't play, because otherwise that'll all come up. Okay, first off, I want to tell it that while this is true, while this OR is true, do not output here. Oh, I could have it so that it has to be an AND statement here, I think. Okay, so Boolean AND. So it'll check for if this value is true. If this value and this one, can I? Okay, I can have multiple, that's good. I have no head. Let's see, check for if this value is false. So it negates. Check. Okay, cool, those do hide correctly. That's great. Let me adjust the base position of these two. Check audio. Let's see, can I like move them over just a little bit? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Check. Haha. Okay, so those do swap. That's good. Next step is to make sure that... do I want... Okay, I want to make sure that the counter that checks for the idle animation doesn't trigger while I'm talking. So how can I test that? Oh, I think if I just have this Boolean connection up here, it'll reset the counter. Okay, no, no, not there. From the OR instead. Okay, so now it's set to where, as long as I'm talking, the idle animation checker won't trigger. Okay, yeah, that does work. That's good. Next... Oh, wait, what happens if I, like, talk at the same time the idle animation happens? Because that... Okay, yeah, I think that does trigger... That's going to be a case. Let's see, multiply that by 50. Talking. Yeah, because those will still play. So how can I make sure that I can hide those? I guess I can still, like... do a similar check like that I do for this one, where I have a AND value that checks to make sure that both of those are off. Let's see. Okay. No, you still show up. Why do you show up there at the end? Wah, 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 wah. Okay, one of them does show up. Why? Which one shows up exactly? Talking. Yeah, one of them still shows up. Why? Why does it show up? Blah, 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 blah. Which one? Which one specifically? Okay, change counter speed to 1 just to make it slow. Check. It's this one in the middle. Right? Yeah, it is this one in the middle. Why is it this one in the middle? Checking audio, check. Yeah, it triggers off of this one, but it should go through a check. Hi back, I'm late to this joke. Welcome back, Justin. Trying to troubleshoot why this one isn't triggering correctly. Let's see, I have the ands connected to the right ones, correct? Looks like it. Is there something... Oh, there might be something somewhere else that triggers itself being on. Maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, somewhere else. I think there's a different fade for phase 2. Let's see. For base 2 has an attachment. Attachment to the base sprite. Alright, let's see. This one, which has a fade effect. What if I like disabled the fade effect on there? No, that still works. Well, I don't need the fade effect on the foundation one. Check. No, it's still there. Of course. Why? Why is it still there? This is programming in a nutshell. Phase 0 fade. Oh, wait, is it not actually... Oh, it might not actually be adjusting the correct thing anyway. Maybe that's what happened. I think I had it changing the wrong one. Yeah, it was changing the wrong one. Okay. Let's see. Get you back here. Check. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's still... Why? Now it's constantly on. Let's see. 3... 1... Why is this... It's now actually even worse? Why is it even worse? Blah. Yeah, it still wants to go there. Blah. Audio. Adios. Okay, it's got to be somewhere else then. It's got to be like being triggered somewhere else. Cool. Welcome to the blight of programhood, my friend. It's all downhill from here. God damn it. Okay, this is where my programming expertise comes in, where I try to figure out where to troubleshoot and where to figure these things out. So, where in the world do I have a link to the base head thing? I could just do, okay, let's see. I have it linked to Battle Phase 2. Maybe there's something there that I can check. Doesn't seem like there's anything there. Is there anything that changes Battle Phase 2 sprites? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I don't know. Wherever he is, I don't have access to his presence. So I'm stuck here trying to figure this out. Let's see. So there are these effects that move that move it, but that doesn't affect it. Let's see, these sprites change only the arm animations and leg animations and tail animations, so that shouldn't really affect it at all. Shouldn't's a strong term. Let's see. Let's see, scaling. No, that's not it because everything else is based off of the scaling. This is a fade modifier that's not quite working correctly. So, yeah, it is specifically this one in the middle. The phase 2 one. So what is causing it to trigger? Because every time that it does trigger, it works, but I have it so that whenever I'm talking, it sends out a negative signal that causes the AND gate to fail, so it doesn't output anything, so it shouldn't even be showing up. Checking audio, but it still does. Okay, I need to watch this a bit slower. Maybe there's like something that I'm missing. Talking. Yeah, okay, the AND gate does actually close. Okay, I'm just gonna say that this is a bug, and all I have to do to fix this is to close the program, and then open the program back up, and then it'll magically fix itself. Will it magically fix itself? Nope, it does not. That sucks. As long as a good representation of Dean Cocaine Mine. Oh yeah, the Spamton one. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Well, it seems to be a bug. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's still that one. Why? There's literally no reason for that to be there. Unless for some reason... Okay, so we'll go to... Let's see, that one doesn't need to be there anymore. Check. No. Okay, well let's get rid of sprites that don't need to be here anymore. Because I'm not actually using a couple of these anymore. Let's see, there's this battle phase sprite that still uses though as like a base. Check. My head gets deleted. Okay, undo what I just did, because I might be missing out on some stuff. Let's see. Okay. Nuclear option. We'll go to Battle Phase 2. I have a move and a scale modifier. We'll base off of all of these off of the base no face antenna instead. So, let's see. Let's get rid of all of those. And we'll get... So base phase 2 has a move and a scale modifier. So we'll add those here too. So we'll have the base head as its own thing. We need a move and a scale modifier. Get rid of the base head's attachment. Let's see, which one is this? This is the scale modifier. So the scale will go over to this one. Oh yeah, we're gonna get rid of the old sprite animations there. So they're just kind of on their own, that's fine. Why does the scale modifier not want to work? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. It just doesn't want to. Okay. Does the move want to work? Yeah, it does. Okay. So now everything needs to be attached to that one instead. So attached to here. Okay, let's say talking sprite needs to be attached to that one. Check. Check, 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 check. Okay, that works. That's cool. Is that face still... Is that face still there, though? Okay, the face is gone. That's great. That's a good thing. Let's see, the talk... We'll have the talk one go based off of talk, and I still need to add on some other dynamics for the talking one, don't I? I'll get to that later. So let's see, face 3 will be attached there, and then the antenna is attached to 3. 2 is attached to that one as well, and the antenna for it is also attached to number 2. Checking. Blah, 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 blah. Checking the... Oh, you, like, glitch out. Okay, why? Well, that's fun. Now the fade effects for these two are just not working. That's funny. Okay, well, we'll just delete those and add new fades. So then those will be affected, right? Even the music's like, you're taking too long. How dare it? Check. Check. Nope. It still hides itself. Why does it hide? Oh, because they're hidden. Check. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I fixed it. I can fix it. Yay. Okay, now to get the idle animation correct. Change that value back to 15. Thank you very much. Okay, so now every time... So there's a counter. Every time I talk, it resets the counter, which prevents the idle animation. And the animation itself hides itself while I'm talking, so there we go. Okay, I actually got it working. Very cool. I just had to turn some things on and off. Woo! Mm. All right. That's good. That is great. Right. Well, one last part is just to go to the talk antenna and adjust it to have a squish and squash. Add some pins specifically to where the antennas are, and have the stretch and squish affect that as well. So now the antennas actually move up and down as well. Woo! Cool. Okay, I got the head done. That is great. Okay. Or at least the head, like, kind of done and at least modified. That is cool. Do I want to do any more to this? Probably add on just the... Let's see, add some scaling values on here so that it's a bit more obvious that I'm talking. Do I want the whole body to also stretch and morph as well? Maybe, but not at the moment. Ooh, okay. I want a little modifier here specifically to... Let's see, this is the move effect, yeah. I want to have just a really long connection. Let's see. I want the X value here to be added from the... Or no, that's the Y value. Y value here to be added from the Y value from way over there, and then added into it. Okay, so now whenever I'm talking, he kind of bobs up and down a little bit. Something like that. Is that what I wanted? Blah, 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 blah. Maybe kind of... I kind of like how it works, or it looks better. This long line that's over there. That's kind of funny. Okay, what else do I want to do for this? There is like one part of the idle animation that I want to add on that specifically affects the right arm. Because normally anytime that Tenna actually does the idle animation where his head like tilts down, like when he actually tilts down that whole way. Ooh, actually, can I want to modify the... Now that I'm thinking about it, I just want to... Check. That's too far. Check, check, check. No, too far still. Check, 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 check. I'm checking things. Checking things. Okay, I think that's a bit better. So idea I had is I want to have a modifier so that whenever the animation does get triggered and like he's looking down at his arm, there is a little animation where his arm like twitches a bit and kind of or like he grasps his hand like I'm clenching my fist kind of thing. I want to see if I can add that in. That might be... I mean, that will be kind of difficult because I'm going to have to, like, say when something's happening. How do I want to do that? I guess I could have it so while... Like maybe when the idle animation gets triggered, it causes a different arm animation for both sides to happen. How do I do that? Because I need to modify the waiver. Okay, that might actually end up being a bit too difficult for me to do at the moment, because that's like a lot of cases to think about, because I want like the movement of it to be changed as well. That's already a lot. I might come back to this at some point. I do like what I added on for this one, where like the antennas themselves are kind of stretchy. I do like how that ends up looking. Oh, do I want to do like add some stretchy effects to the arms? Is that a thing I can do? Add dynamic stretch. Add pins. Oh, there's a lot of ones, isn't there? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to be a bit. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is on the left. How does this look? Okay, so for all of those, you pivot off of one, and then... Ooh, that's weird. That looks weird. Can I smooth it out at all? I can. Ooh. Check. Kind of moves around a bit. Oh yeah, but it probably needs to get like stretchy on. Ooh, okay, I kind of like that because it does actually stretch out his arm a wee bit. Oh damn! Now I want to do that for the rest of him. Damn it! Like now that I'm thinking about it, I want to change that. Let's see, switch and stretch. And add new pins for all of these. Move those all there, and then have them all pivot off of one, and then two. Yeah, that's pretty good. The eternal confusion continues. No, it all makes so much sense. Look at the model and how like boingy it is. It's very stroinky. It makes so much sense. It just kind of like slightly stretches the image a little bit. Can I do the same with the torso? Is that a thing? I honestly just like this effect too much. I might be adding too much to it, but it does make it look better. It does. Oh, god damn it. I really like how it looks. God damn it. Ah. Wait a sec. I just noticed the legendary quote. It's very stronky. But it is. I think I actually have the left leg like too far, actually. Interestingly enough. Oh, I didn't get that one. There we go. Is there one of these that have its Y value changed? No, they're just picky. Okay. Why do his legs twitch? They're not supposed to be twitching. Are they trying to connect to it for some reason? Or connect to the main body? He must be cold, that's why he's twitching. Okay. Let's undo the torso pins? No, it happens for some other reason. Why? Oh, maybe there's a rotation issue? Okay, what about this? We'll just make it so... Ooh, maybe it's supposed to be attached to... Oh, no, I don't want it attached. Okay, there we go. I think it was probably like one of them was attached to the torso when I didn't want the legs to be attached to the torso. Which sounds weird. Why do you not want that? It just kind of looks weirder. Do I have it so that it only move or... Okay, yeah. Let's see, change the scale value just to -1. Okay, and also position it to be -7. I think that works better. And the different tails. Just because I'm going to add a squish and stretch. It's probably a horrible idea because now I have like 2 million pins. I need to figure out if I can like group these together and like have them all pivot off of the same thing better. You know what I might have had to do? Turn all of these into GIFs. And then have them all pivot off of the same thing. Maybe I should have done like GIF animations for these. But in this case, I can actually have like proper animations for all of them easier. Pivot 1 off of pin 2. Well, now it kind of stretches a bit. Okay. I do genuinely like how that looks. He must be cold, especially near the end of the chapter. Maybe. I need to add that one. I have like a custom-made animation for whenever that happens. Where do I got it? There it is. I have that from like my like the other old avatar, so maybe I could just make something like that. Which, that's going to be kind of hell to animate, I feel. But I can get very detailed with the animation. I'll have to think about it. Anyways. So, here's the Tenna guy. Ooh, can I... hold on a second. Can I attach something to the head? Is that a thing that's an option, even though it's roundabout connected to that? Let's see. Attached to the talk. Okay, I can actually link it to that. That's good. But it's not exactly what I want. Scale effects, smooth scale, checking. Do you want that? How about this? Do you want that? No, it doesn't feel like doing that anymore. Okay. Pivot off of pin 1. Checking. Check. Check, check, check. Check. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't want to do anything anymore. Why does it not want to? It just doesn't want to. Oh well. This is crazy. Like, this is what the whole battle avatar is looking like. Me and chess, I can never checkmate. So that's what this all looks like right now. Okay, I want to work on one more pose before ending today? Probably before ending today. This ended up being like a 3-hour stream. So let's see. Open file. Model templates. Model template. And I want to do this one as the point up. So save, make folder, Tenna, point up. And then save it here. Tenna, point up, stance. Version 1.0. Yes. And we'll go get them as well. Let's see, point up. And where do we got? I think they're under Tenna sprites. Point up. There's some panicking. It'll be kind of funny if I could like add in the one with his super long nose, because he has like a super long nose animation that's unused. I think it was for like the cooking scene. That would be funny, but it would also be kind of annoying to work with. Let's see. Tenna point up. Here it is. We'll move you over here just so they're all in the same area. Point up. Move you over there. There he is. There's the goober. Let's see. Pixelate it. And one other sprite when he's talking. I'll probably need to get like different versions of the point ups, because I want to have like different like levels of talking. I think it might be kind of difficult to make at the moment, or as in I'm gonna have to figure out how to make like very appropriate smiles. Smile. Okay, first things first. We need states. So new state group. Where is the state group? The state group is here. Connect that to here, and it's not going to be very complicated, so we're just going to have two states. State 1, silence. State 2, talking. You missed the smile and Nico face. I kind of do too, but like, I want something kind of something that's more connected to like this style, I guess. Like the drawing style. I need to make something for that. You're right. I got a heckin' drinking one now. I need a cursed animation. Yeah, I need a cursed face. I need it. It's like, what's weird is like it doesn't really work too well. You know, I could literally just put a smiley face on there with like no facial features whatsoever, and then I think it would work. Maybe I'm gonna try that out. Literally just no facial features, just the face itself. Because for whatever reason, I keep thinking it's not gonna look right. So what if I just tried it anyway? I'll try that out. Okay, so silence. That one's invisible. And then talking, that one's invisible too. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. What? A new thing! Yeah, I probably definitely want to add some more talking faces just so it's not like one state to another. Let's see. Okay, okay, set that aside. The talking one will have an attachment to normal point up. That way I can just modify point up, and let's see. Rotate modifier to U. Modify it so that it's only 0.1. Okay, we'll add a new pivot pin. The pivot pin will be at his feet. And it will pivot off of that for when doing the rotations. There we go. And we'll add a scale modifier down to the bottom here, and that will be attached to the XY. That's great. Can I pivot? Okay, I can. I'll pivot off of 1. There we go. So now he actually pivots up and he points up. That's good. Can I change the X value so that it's not as prevalent, and then the Y value so that it's more prevalent? Blah 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 blah. A new exciting introduction to the series. Yeah. Okay, cool. Squish and stretch a little bit. Pivot off of 1, and then pivot off of 2. Blah 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 blah. Ah, a thing. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it, guys? It's a thing. Ah, you can't believe it. A brand new family car. Okay, maybe the point up is a little too much. Let's see, change the point up modifier to only 0.5. Maybe the X modifier to 0.3. Ah! A brand new family car! I still feel like it's kind of a lot, though. Like a brand new family car! Okay, change that. Oh, brand new family car! Oh, brand new family car! Brand new family car? A brand new family car! Ain't that great? That's almost too much. Back to 3. These are the kind of modifications I go through on a daily basis. Oh, brand new family car! Okay, I think I kind of like that at the moment. Do I want to go through making other faces? I think it would be worth it, because I think it kind of adds to the effect. So how would I do that? Are there any other faces that I could go off of, or is it just that 1-2 variant? I think it is just the 1-2 variant, but there's also like the 2. That'd be funny. I have like an entire separate version just for like the 2-finger ones. Oh, brand new family car. I don't think there's any other face that is exactly at the point up angle, so I can't really swap out faces very well. That's what I did for the neutral stance, and I actually swapped out a couple faces. A brand old family car. A brand old family car? Who would want an old car? Everybody should get a new family car. Even though their current one is working just fine, they could always use a new one. Me, I don't know. That's fair. Alright, close this out and open up a different file. Point up fate.
Oh, I forgot to get the other one over there. Okay, whatever.
Here it is. So there's this goober. And we'll have... Where's the goobers? Alt. Yeah, this one. So that's like the bigger face. So if that says like loud as I want him, I want to see if I can make him any quieter. So we'll duplicate this and see if we can modify pixels here to make it look a little less. It looks so weird. There is an art to pixelation. Maybe I could have that as like the second state, maybe. Maybe like I want like a better in between. So duplicated it, and we're trying to see if we can just. What if I just take out that top part? Oh, that kind of works. That kind of does work, but I want to see if I can just raise it up a little bit. And by raise it up, I just mean like move the mouth up just a little bit. It almost seems like the mouth just gets a little too big. I have a huge appreciation for pixel artists, because good grief, this is kind of complicated. That looks kind of goofy. Looks very goofy. Okay, just to see how like goofy that actually does get. Okay. Let's see, points up thing, let's see. Ooh, okay. Instead of like me trying to keep up with the smiling face, what about getting that out? Okay, so now it's just a line, pretty much. I feel like that's better. Ooh, okay. Better. I like that a lot more. Okay. Alright, that's what I'll work off of. Alright, save that as the default and then work up to, let's see, Tenna point up 1. And then pretty much do the same thing. Tenna point up 2. Tenna point up 3. Tenna point up 4. I saved those as projects and not actual photos. Shoot. Yes, and save that one as the proper photo. 3. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's go back to here and let's just make sure we'll update this one. Are you sure you want to override that? Yes, because I have way too many copies of stuff. Let's see, get those out of the way so I have the point ups in their own particular fashion. Cool. Go back to here. Open up that folder, get the point ups into position. Get the point ups over here, and let's see, set them all to image state pixel. That's set. And do I want to go through the effort of reassigning all of the height values? Not really. I could just say, hey, all of these, you are all attached to layer that one. That way, they're all kind of linked to that, and I don't have to do any other modifications. I can just hide this guy. All right. The talking 1, and then talking 2, and talking 3. All right, so this one will be talking 1, and this one's talking 2, and talking 3, all depending on how loud you get. So silence will be at 0.1. Talking we'll have 2, and then talking 2, we'll have that, and maxed out like that. Hey, brand new family car! What do you think? I think I can also change some of this value around. So I do have to be a bit louder in order for that one to come up. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that quite a bit. Actually, let's see. How loud does it actually get up to? About 9.9. We'll change it so that I have to get to the 0.9 value in order to reach it, but then it's like always there. Why is it always there? Oh, let's see. Changes the gain a bit. So now I have to work a little bit harder in order to reach that. Okay, there we go. Change the value to 0.8, the threshold to 0.8. The 0.8! Okay, there we go. Right, I do believe that actually does work for the point up one, I think. Unless I really want to go through all the effort of making his, like, the arm itself stretchy. Which that sounds kind of annoying. I mean, I could probably do that, but... I don't know if I want to go through the effort of doing that. There's, like, one effort I could try to do where I can make his antennas on every single sprite wiggly, but that's, like... making sure that I have all of the sprites have different heads and then different antenna modifiers, which that's already ridiculous. It was already ridiculous for the battle stance one. I don't want to do that for all of them. Either way, here we go. Got that modifier done, so now that I have that finished, if we go back over to the stance, and let's see. Do I want to go through the effort of trying to figure out how to make it so that I don't have to add so many different hide modifiers to everything? Because I feel like that'd be kind of annoying having to add so many hide modifiers every time that I add something new. Okay. How about this? We'll add it in as normal for the moment. And try to use the rest of the stream to figure out how to more properly do that. We could try that out. Let's see. New objects. And it doesn't find the object. Of course it doesn't, because it didn't properly modify it. Yeah, sure. Why not put Vado to, let's see, dot Vado. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I want to do this. Because I've experienced this issue before. Open that up. There we go. New object. Point up. And the button will be button 9 on my mouse. Scale modifier is 6.5. Scale modifier is 6.5. There we go, and I will kind of pivot him over here. Ooh, maybe I can make him just a little bit stretchier. Stretchier by default, and then it's kind of a little bit different. Ba-ba! Okay, so neutral, we'll hide it. Battle, hide it to. Points left, hide it to. New state, points up. And button is 9. So the point up stance is this one. Point up. Point left. Left. No, it doesn't want to do that. Why? Left. Why do you not want to point left anymore? Oh, because there's no connection to the output. That's what's going on. Check. Check. Oh, it changes to point left, point up. Hey, there we go. That's right. You are the stars of today's show. You are the stars of today's show. That's funny. Oh, yeah, that was another thing I wanted to find out. Can I, like... Is it at all possible for me to use a really weird, funky mechanic called lip sync thing, and then it checks my audio input for specific words, and then it tries to trigger something? Is that a thing that's possible? Star. Score? I think I need like a score value. Is that what I need for this? Check. No. Let's see. Star. I feel like I can actually do this. Hold on. Score match. Star. 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 No. Okay, maybe. I feel like I might be able to. Hold on. Is that possible? Score value, face score receives a score list based on facial expressions. I think I have to rely on facial stuff. Extracts a score from a scores node and given the score ID. The star of today's show. Laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Are you telling me it can actually detect laughter? That's funny. The star of today's show. The star. Tar. Okay, so it checks for... Can I? Okay, I want to see if I can actually do this. Check that one. Star. Tar. Star. Star. Check for... Oh, I can check for multiples. Okay. But just for now, I'm going to only have a star. This is already kind of complicated, but oh well. Star. Star. The idea is if I say star, I can have like something that pops up. I want to see if that's possible. Star. 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 Okay. This is going to be really silly. I want to see if I can do this. If I can, should I? Realistically, I don't think I should, because it's probably going to be like way too much effort, but it would be really funny if I could just like actually do that. Where is the star? Where's the like star modifier? Where is it? Relax and enjoy. You win. Funny text, no. Where is star? Okay, we'll just use that one. We'll put that as an object in here. Yes. Cool. Okay, there we go. Pixelate it. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's poorly drawn. It's not that poorly drawn. Okay, new state group. This one's going to be star. State 1 and 2. State 1, it's off. State 2, it's on. That's the idea. Clear modifier from that, yeah. Another one says you did it on it, does it? You did it. Let's see, there's... What kind of variants are there? Let's see, there's Hall of Fame, Challenge, and give me a cup of coffee. And trust me, I know TV. Breaking news. It's TV time. That'd be really funny if I add on like an it's TV time thing and it actually like lip syncs correctly. Hold on, I'll send it in Discord. Okay. There's the funnel-meter. This must be what hope feels like. Game over. Susie Zilla. The dark fountain that gives this world form. There's the funnel-meter. At Lover's Peak. Relax and enjoy. Let's see, I'll check the Discord. You did it. You did it. You're dead. That's very funny. Okay, try to focus on this. Whole point of me doing this in the first place is to see if... No, I just don't care about that. Okay, man, this is gonna be kind of annoying whenever I want to, like, modify stuff. Okay. Let's see, change that, and then... Let's see, so I want all of these to be true. So once all of these are... Wait, does it actually check if it, like, they all have values, or do they all have to... Star! No, it doesn't actually work like that. So I need to... branch on Boolean? Oh, Malphite's here. Hey, Malphite. I'm doing something really complicated. I'm trying to make the word star appear whenever I say star. That's the idea. Let's see. So we'll have a bunch of these score values here that detects star. Star. I might need to... Star. 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 The stars of today's show. Okay, just to even see if I can do this. Let's see. Do I have the state group somewhere? Oh yeah, here you are. The star state group. We'll get branch on Boolean. Let's see. We'll have a comparator here. Compare the output here to a number value. If the number value is very close, or if it's greater than star 1.85, we'll do... Oh no, it's checking if 1.85 is greater. No, check if the value is greater than 1.5. Star. The stars of today's show. No, why does it not? Star. Does it only check around, like, the 1.4 range? The star. No, okay, 1.1. Blah, blah, blah. I was thinking... Nope, you... Blah, 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 blah. Thinking, talking, star. Oh, it had it for, like, it had it for a brief moment. This is very silly. The star. It does detect it. Okay. Let's see. Boolean delay. The star. Star. No. Let's see. Timing. That's what I need, right? What do I want? Starts a time in seconds since the program has started. Counter. Adds a counter that goes up or down according to a Boolean input. Delay. Oh, here it goes. I think a delay needs... No, and that's not it. Shoot. What's the thing that just... Smooth strain, smooth... No. Do I want to compare? No. Has value? No. What? Shoot. What was the thing I used for it? I think it was timing. Shoot, I'm being stupid. What did I use for that? Go to the template. I used a Boolean delayer. Okay. So if I use a timing Boolean delayer, so that is what I actually used it for. Okay. Boolean delayer, once it empties out, that's what it is. Have a duration of 1 second. Okay. And then, compare, convert, branch on Boolean, I think is what I do here. While this is true, adjust the star state. as a string value, while false, do star value 1, and then while true, does star value 2. Star. This will be very funny if I... no, it keeps coming up even though it's not exactly what I wanted. We need it to be a higher match, so let's call it a 7. So we'll have a bunch of conversation topics where we talk about a lot of different things, especially these stars. The star. The star? God damn it. Okay, I think the problem is that it's trying to check all of the values at the same time, and because... Thank you, Star. The star, Walker. That's funny that that only comes up out afterwards. What do you mean, makes it show up? That's funny. That's funny. Okay, need to change this a little bit. I need to make it so that the value that it gets stays there for a little bit longer. Dean, just set a hold button. Save your time or something. No. I want to see if I can do this. This is probably the worst thing that I could possibly ever do. I'm still going to do it because I want to see if it's possible. Will I do it with every single one of Tenna's things? I hope not, because that would be horrible. But I just wanted to see if I can even do this. And I can, technically. That doesn't mean I should, though. I just wanted to see if I can do it. Like, this might be a thing I do, like, in my free time, when I have a lot of free time, and I just want to, like, edit those together. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... ease? I think I'm looking for ease. So ease that so that it stays on a bit longer. So like hold on for 3 seconds. As soon because like I mean I'm doing all of this work to even get the word star to show up, and it's very funny, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing this for like the dark fountain and then having like making sure that I match out the correct dark fountain thing. The stars. The star. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. What is it actually doing? It does ease it a bit. In the last... Okay, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Not quite. Is it timing, delay, a input? Can I delay like any number? Delay. The star. I can if I want to. The stars of today's show. Dean, don't do this, says everyone in chat. I'm gonna do it. Only this once, just a... It's really bad. It's such a bad idea, though. Let's see, change all of these to 0.1. Let's see. Funnier idea. Change all of those to that. And then add it all together so that it smooths it out a bit. The star. The star of today's show. The stars of today's show. Oh, hey, it does work. That's kind of funny. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work in any other case as long as I say no other word other than star. This is very silly. What's the plural for tar? Oh, that's fun. That comes up as well. What if tar? Tar. What's the plural for tar? Tars. Tarzan? Tarzoon? Let's see. Tarzan? Tarzoon? Tarzan? 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 Tarzan. Tarzoon? Tarzoing. Tarzan. Tar is. Tar plural is. Pluralis is star. This is so stupid. Terial. Ah, the beloved living room Cherial. You know, I do kind of like the modifications of this mouth thing. I might need to modify it a little bit more in order to be more exact with how I want to say things, but it works. It does work, especially because of you, the stars. The star? Stars of... Does it? The stars... Okay. The star. The stars of today's show. Star. Star. The stars of today's show. This is very silly. I do like the silliness, but oh my gosh, the silliness is getting a little ridiculous. The stars of today's show. The star. Star? The stars of today's show. It only works after Dean wants it to work. I demand it to not work. Star. Wait, star? Star? Wait, no, what? No! What? Hey, it came back for a sec. What? That's funny. The moment... That's funny. Why is funny? That's funny. Apparently that's funny also triggers it. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's not the right word. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Why is it that's funny? That's funny. Funny? That's funny? Why does that's funny show us up? Whatever. The point is, whenever I say stars, star, whenever I say star, okay, I need to say it in a very particular timing pattern.
You constantly have to stop doing anything.
I need to say it in a very particular timing pattern. Timing. Timing also triggers it? Why does timing trigger it? Timing.
Well, yes.
Timing.
We can do that.
Why does timing trigger this?
Too
That's
preachy,
weird.
then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
Believe it. Why does timing work with this?
Not if it means
Timing.
strike these
Time.
negative reviews from the record. Only
It likes
positive
time.
reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Okay,
That's
what if I
why
just change it
they
so
could
that
afford
it has to
to
be
be
way
mine.
more accurate?
I'd do
2.5
anything for
value.
the customer, Stanley.
That's
Yet,
funny.
a skip button
That's
makes
funny.
you mad.
What about those stars? Hey, it said
And
stars.
here it is. Go
That's
ahead
funny.
And give it a shot.
Timing.
I'll pop you forward in
That's
time
funny.
So that the
Timing.
second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
Why is
It's
timing
what
more
you've been
consistent than
asking
star?
for, and I'm
Why-
very
why?
proud to have delivered. No
Why-
more listening to
why?
me rambling on and on and on.
Why does... Okay, why?
The Stanley Parable
Why?
is a game for
Why?
people, and if the people want silence,
That's
then
funny.
my
If
goodness, that's
I
what
say
they're going to do.
like
Well,
if
don't
I say
sit
that
around
in
waiting for me
okay.
to shut up.
What if
You're
I
gonna make me shut
what
up.
if I
Here,
specifically made
we'll
it
pretend that
so
I've
that
just
it does
begun an
3.2?
interminable monologue, and
That's
it goes
funny.
something like this.
Timing. Why?
story,
Star.
our choices, or what have you.
Stars.
And therefore, by becoming
Stars.
aliens, so on and so
Stars?
forth, until inevitably we all
Until the end of time, and in which time everything only once, so
everything
now
only
you
once,
see blah blah
so
blah blah blah
now you
blah
see
blah blah blah.
blah,
Star.
blah, 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 blah.
We've eaten too much.
Star.
and it can't be just yet. No.
The star,
245.
Walker. Well, now it just
That's
doesn't want to show up
vertical
anymore.
elimination with
Value of
reduction
2.5, because apparently that works. Star.
impossible to manufacture. It went on for
Star.
nearly
Star.
10,000 years,
Star.
until just yesterday,
Star.
here and there, forward and back, and never
Star.
a minute before lunchtime.
Star works,
Can't
okay.
be. It's the only thing there is.
I think you have to be
billions
loud.
lived
Star!
until so much more than
No,
forever
that.
ago,
I think
which
it
is why
because I
say
have this whole thing based on a
it's
timing
another
delay
choice
where it tries to
forward
check.
and therefore, by
It
becoming
tries to
is,
check
so
everything
on and
up
so
until
forth,
like
until
within a time
inevitably
frame.
we all until the end of
Within a
time,
time
at which
frame.
time
Within a
everything all
time
at
frame.
once, so
Within a
now
time
you
frame.
see, blah, 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 blah,
Checks
blah,
things
blah,
within a
blah,
time
blah,
frame.
blah, blah, blah.
Time frame.
We've eaten too much and it can't
Yeah,
be
white.
just
Good
yet.
grief.
No, until 245.
Okay, well, you know what? I think that's probably going to be it for today. Already doing this, I can see how problematic it's going to be, especially when it doesn't work with a specific star that I wanted to do. Excuse me. I think it would be really funny if I actually could do this. Should I do it? No. I really shouldn't do that much work. I just want to get the avatar to work itself. But if I could like make it so anytime that it texts me saying start, then I can actually say star and it actually shows up. I think that would be funny, and then like the words would just show up randomly. Why? Actually, why would I ever want to go through doing this? Because frankly, pressing that many buttons does get kind of annoying, especially when I want to like say I don't have enough buttons to do that, basically. So it would be really funny if I could just say start and then the word pops up. That would be very funny. What other ones are there? I guess I could also do like fun. Fun's another one. Flames. Flames would be kind of silly. Game over. I don't know about game over. At Lover's Peak. Tears. Tears would be another funny one. Okay, again, I really shouldn't do this. If I can, and I have time to, I want to try to do it. But for the time being, I'm just going to say star. That's funny. Okay, so star doesn't work, but star also doesn't. Star. I have to say star in the okay. You are today the stars of today's show. You are the stars of today's show. You are the stars of today's show. I think that would be funny if I could get it to work. Again, if I could get it to work. I probably need to figure out a better way to detect whenever I'm saying specific words, and then fine-tune it so that it only triggers whenever I'm saying a specific word, and so that it doesn't trigger in any other state unless I say the word that I want, that is star. Do I need to check for like all the variations of star? Star, 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 star. Okay, what if I change star? No. Okay, whatever. Let's see. What if I just combined all of these together in one star? Star? Star Walker. Okay. Delete all those for the time being. Check. Star. Star. Okay, so it checks for that kind of value. Okay, go look for a 90% match of star. A 90% match of star. Okay, that does work. That's cool. So maybe, okay, I can't have multiple checks into one thing. So maybe I could, no, that didn't work quite either. Okay, it needs to be a 99% match. Star. Star. Star? Star Walker. 97% match. Star. Star. Okay, that shows up. Is there like some... What was the... I forget. Let's see. The story and the choices or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. The logic and elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. That's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, stars. God damn it. Star. Walker. Okay, 94% match. Star. Okay, that kind of at least shows up. What if I just get rid of the delay and just check that right off the bat? Star. Okay, that does kind of work. Can I just, like, do that too? I am the star, Walker. Why do I have that Stanley Parable quote memorized? I don't know. Maybe I have autism. Heck if I know. Sir Gumpy is here. He says hello again. Hello. I'm kind of wrapping up here. This is like calling out to your pet to come to you for like 2 minutes with no success. Yeah. I'll be like, hey, kitty. Kitty. Nope, he's still asleep. My cat's keep quiet. Sir Gumpy says, is the Tenna avatar returning, lol? Yeah, pretty much. Except for one thing. There's a lot more star performances. Performances. God damn it, performances also triggers that. Okay. 95% match. Performances. Damn it. Stars. That's funny, even star doesn't show. Stars! Cool. Can I check for also... Stars. Stars. Oh, it's checking for laughing. No, I don't want to check for laughing. Stars. Star. At least the check's there. Performances. Why does performances trigger it? Performance. Perform. Performance. 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 Performance enhancement drugs. Performance. Anyways, that's the thing. But yeah, Sir Gumfrey, I've been trying to work on a dynamic Tenna avatar using a program called Vidotube. I'm getting to where I think I just want to take a break. So there is a thing here where I can say star, 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 star. Okay, I can... The stars of today's show... Okay, come on. The stars of today's show... Get grief. Star? 90% match. Star! The performance of today's group. Performance. Okay. Anyways, this is a stupid idea. I probably won't go with it, but it's funny. So triggers it. That's funny. Okay. So what? So what indeed? What? So what indeed? Okay, fun. Oh, that's stupid. That's... Okay, fine. 95% match. That's... I think it's because it's the... Yeah, it's the effect. It checks for the S and it doesn't check for the average of everything else. Ooh, can I... what do I want to do? Do I want to, like, delay it a little bit or something? I need to figure that out. That's... Hyperlink blocked. Hyperlink blocked. Zebra. Sign. Give me a sign! Give me a sign! Unscientific. Performance. That's... Stars. Is there anything else that I could probably check out? I need to stop. Okay, so performance report as of today. Also, I'm just gonna stop that for now before I get another interjection like that's. There we go. If you get the stars to work, it'd be really funny if you had a separate version of Tenna that has every single special Tenna's text effect. Yeah, you get the idea. Funny guy, really funny, or just some stuff really doesn't believe it. Or it'd be really funny if, okay. It'd be funny if I could do it. It would be funny. But already, this is starting to be, like, really difficult to, like, match the correct wording. Because there's going to be times where I'll say stuff like, so... and then it'll show up. So I need to better figure out how to say what I want without it thinking I'm trying to say something else. So, So, okay, if I make it more, let's see, stars. The stars! The stars of today's show. Star. Performance. Performance works, apparently. I'm getting stuck. I'm stuck in a loop. Having an aneurysm. This is literally anything but working with D. Oh well. I'm just gonna finish. Okay, so performance report in terms of what I've been doing. So there's this stance here, which looks kind of nice. It's nice.
Nice also triggers it? What?
Nice. Nice also triggers. Is it trained to look for stars or star? That might be why. It's trained to look at star at the moment. I can't get it to do stars at the moment. Stars at the moment. Why did that trigger? Yeah, I just need to I need to better I'm done with this. Done with this thing. So dynamic. Am I right, lads, or am I right, lads, says Sonic. Hey, Sonic. Well, yeah, it is dynamic. It's really cool. The problem is the star font doesn't want to come up when I want to say star. It comes up when I want to say something different. Star. Performance. That's so wonderful. Funny. Better. God damn it. Maybe stars will get rid of some of the issues. It probably will. I'm gonna just like check it on my own time, or I mean a different stream, because this is kind of annoying. So star. All right, say it with me now. S. Mike, you're a little late on the cue. S. T. A. R. What does that spell? Stars. There we go, Mike. You did it. Good job. I actually timed it right. Good job. S. S triggers it. This would be so funny if I could actually get it to work. I thought I said A or A22. No. The images that I got off of this from today was kind of working on the stance one a bit more. I also worked on the battle stance a bit. You might be able to notice the... Actually, can I press this button, and then I can press this button, and then I can also press... Oh, that's funny. Where is... There you are. I can also press... Apparently. That works too, apparently. I can also press. Stars. Mike, you need to work on your delivery, Mike. S. S is actually a godly quote. S. The stars of today's show. Star. The S. Stars. S. Star. Star. God damn it, Mike. So yeah, I got the battle avatar kind of worked on. I want to work on it a little bit more at some point. I also got the point up. It looks okay. There's also the neutral stance and also the point left. Also, I think this is funny. I have a mouth that stretches outwards the more I talk. I think that looks silly. I need to work on the green screening effect too, because I don't like how it looks at the moment. But for the time being, I do think it looks good. I just need to, do the good old classic work on it a lot. And fine-tune the hell out of it. Prestidigitation. 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 Bounce. He's so... Tenna needs repairs. A couple, yeah. But yeah, at the moment, actually, can I swap over? Okay, no, that's the template. Where is open recent battle mode? I guess I could go to battle mode. I am honestly kind of proud with how it ended up looking. I really like how it all looks, frankly. Right, I think I'm gonna stop for now, because I could be here for like a heckin' eon trying to get this to work at all. Star! Oh, hey, do you wanna know something funny? I forgot to save. So my star progress has vanished, which isn't too big of a deal, because it wasn't going anywhere to begin with. So, all that progress is gone, and I'm gonna have to rebuild that anyway. Yay, whatever. Woo. Right, I think I'm gonna actually end off the stream, because I've been working on this for like 3 hours. I want to take a break from my star performance. From my, star. Where's my star? Oh, it's microscopic. My star performance. I need to change my star performance to do some star research. Oh well. Okay, well, thank you very much. Just some stuff. Sir Gummiath, Supersonic Racer. Let's see, who else stopped by? Malfi, Eram, Quote, Fishy Pearl, Jellyfish, Rio, Jack Ghost, Random Ultra Kill fan, as well as many more for stopping by on this crazy journey of trying to get Tenna to be very dynamic. I think it's going to be working out. I just need to, do the good old classic, work on it a lot. I'm probably... I actually think I'm going to see if I can pull this up tomorrow and get it to... see how much more I can do on it, like adding some more faces onto it. I might try to tackle the word modifier at some point, but that might be a bit, because I've already lost a bit of my sanity in order to get that to function, but we'll see. Well, before we go, one quick thing I want to show off. Let me see if I can pull it up. So yesterday I did a art stream where I was trying to draw something for Iron Lung, and I actually got it done by the end of it. Or, no, okay, I didn't get it done by the end of it, is what I should say. It's more like, where is it? There you are. I kind of worked on it a bit more after I got done with the stream. But this just kind of takes place in it itself. I want to do a couple edits before I, like, post the final version of it. But I just wanted to kind of show off what it looks like right now. It looks kind of good. It looks insanely good. Oh, thank you. I personally feel like there's, like, some issues I have with the pipe proportions, but, like, the rest of it does look really good. I did try something out where I actually, like, poured a bit of water, like little droplets of water near the cracks in the pipes to see what kind of an effect that would get. Unfortunately, it didn't, like, go through the scan too well. You can kind of see, like, there's, like, a bit of damage here, like where my mouse is moving, kind of in the left area. Like, that's one little bit. Haven't seen or played Iron Lung, Sister Gummy. Is it good? I think it's good. It's a slow burner cosmic horror film, and I think they did a really good job with it. Insane cinematography. Even though the whole game and the whole movie takes place in the submarine, the movie did an excellent job being stuck in a sub and still having insanely good camera angles. Iron Lung is good, is what I'll say. So yeah, I'm gonna do like a couple. Cosmic Horror is pretty good. It is really good. There's only, like, I think 2 things that they could have done in terms of the writing to make it better. As in, like, they didn't really say what these things are, even in like hints. I won't say what they are because spoilers. But yeah, I was able to watch, like, the movie twice. So yeah, I'm gonna try to post the finished version of that tomorrow. I want to do a couple visual edits before I do that. And also tomorrow, gonna see if I can work on the stance thing a bit more. Also, next week is going to be my big long break week where I don't do any streaming, so that I can work on video projects or other stuff and focus on that. I want to try and focus on getting my Deltarune blind gameplay done, or like blind gameplay playthroughs done. And I want to get those like out of the way so I don't have to worry about them later. Other than that, I want to see if I can get like some other video done. I don't know if I'm able to. I need to watch your streams more. I've been too focused on IRL stuff, so that's fine if you need to focus on IRL stuff. I personally need to focus on that too. That's it. Whatever time people can spare kind of works out. I tried to see if I can like make shorts or blog posts to show what I've been working on in my in my streams. You know, as best I can, because I also have a real life thing to check out. Right, speaking of, I should probably go eat some food. It's been about 4 hours since I've started streaming, so I should probably go eat the food or something like that. Other than that, I think I did some pretty good progress on my on the Tenna avatar. Gonna see if I can work on that in some time later. Okay, I'm gonna be heading out. Thank you all very much for stopping by. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and you will have a good night. See you tomorrow or whenever we have time to hang out, whenever that might be. Okay, I'm gonna fade out now. Bye. Star. 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 Star.